It is Money Monday, and with the U.S. national debt ceiling exceeding $30 trillion, Congress is once again debating whether to raise or suspend the debt limit.
It is a big topic here with concerns facing our nation's finances. We brought in an expert to help us break down the meaning behind this debt ceiling debacle. Please welcome New York Times bestselling author and the host of the Money Rehab Podcast, Nicole Lapin. Woo! It is always good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, my friend.
So let's talk about this. What is the debt ceiling and how does it impact us directly, all Americans?
So it's important to understand that this is a showdown in Washington. This is a political thing. This is not a true crisis. The country is not broke. There are plenty of countries that would be stoked to lend the U.S. money. We just can't get our hands on it right now. Think of it this way. Let's say you're a college student and you pay for your tuition with student loans. Those checks get sent to your mom's house. Now, you and your mom get in a fight. She kicks you out and she keeps your checks. You don't get those checks until y'all make up. The money for the tuition is there, but you guys have to agree. That is what's happening in Washington right now. And this isn't like an emergency that's unexpected. This money that we're talking about is for laws that lawmakers have already passed. It's like if you went on a credit card shopping spree and then you're surprised that you got a credit card bill. Like, that choice was on you, boo.
Yeah.
That's a good way to make it plain for you.
Yeah, that makes it a lot more understandable. But I mean, the thing right now is a lot of people are feeling anxious about money. Inflation, everything costs more money. We hear all of these headlines out there. So what is it that we can do right now to make sure we are okay financially?
Well, it's important to have an emergency savings account. So this is for everyone. 3 to 6 months of bare bone expenses in the bank in something liquid. That means accessible, so not tied up in a CD where there's a penalty. And this is especially important right now for federal workers. So during the last government shutdown, TSA agents, members of the Coast Guard, their checks were delayed. They ultimately got paid, just not for a few weeks. So if you or your family depends on money from the government, this is an important time to think about what life might be like for a few weeks if you didn't have those checks. So call your mortgage company, ask if there's a forbearance plan, if there is a government shutdown, and see what paperwork you might need so you can get ahead of that.
So how can we take advantage of a debt crisis?
I'm taking a close look at 3-month T-bills right now. These are short-term bonds issued by the government, so treasuries. They're at 20-year highs, around 5% right now. And that's factoring in some of this risk. Because remember, bonds are like IOUs. I lend you money, you give it back to me after a certain period of time, and then you give me interest for the privilege of doing whatever you want with my money. Now, if there's a greater risk that you're never going to give me my money back, if you're a risky borrower, I'm going to want more interest for giving you my money. And that's what's happening in bond markets right now. And stock market's going to be a little shaky moving forward. So it's important to put your blinders on and keep a long-term perspective.
You say this is the time to invest in gold. So how do we do that?
We're not talking about like gold bars, gold jewelry, but gold in the stock market, you can get exposure. Typically during debt crisis times or other crises, people flock to safety. So that's why gold goes higher. So exchange traded funds, ETFs that give you exposure to gold or public gold mining companies. In the last government shutdown, it went higher. Gold is high right now, so there could be a limit of how much higher it can go. But listen, the government needs Money Rehab. So I'm here.
Thank you so much. It's always good to have you on.
Great to have
Yeah.
Lots of good advice for us.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.